clean, everything is open. World Central Kitchen began being very active in places like Haiti, and then others around the Caribbean and countries in Central and South America. But we had two people on the organization, on payroll, 1 and 2. And 2 people did 4 million meals. And I'm not one of them because I'm not, and I've never been in the payroll of my organization. I smoke cigars when I go on those events, and at night I like to have a gin and tonic or a tequila or a pisco, supporting the local economy. Everything comes out of my pocket, or better, out of the pocket of my wife, because she's the one that controls the finances in my house. So I'm only telling you that because if one day is a movie about this book, that will be probably a very tense moment. World Central Kitchen, and in this case Jose Andres as the founder I was, and Nate Moore, who was a friend that came with me on that first Monday, 3 days after the hurricane, we never, as naive, as smart as you may think I am, I'm not. I'm very practical, but not smart. But I never knew about contracts and FEMA, really. I never imagined that I knew it was contracts for repairs and construction and reconstruction, but I never understood the word contract. When I was going to FEMA, it's almost like if I am a little kid, like you have something like, look at daddy, look at what I've done, look at what I created. I think it can be cool for something. I was going to FEMA to tell them, this is a mess. Nobody seems to know how to fix this mess. We are already feeding close to 15,000, 20,000 people a day. And if I get a little bit of support, we can do 100, 200, 300, 500,000. So me, I was going there to say, guys, it's like, you need somebody in charge. And I may be that guy in charge because I don't see anybody else. We went to a meeting of FEMA, and there they claimed that we had to be feeding at least 1 million people a day. And me, I was like, right, I'm for the challenge. 1 million people a day, not easy, but we can do it. Why? Because I knew we could do it. We went from 1 kitchen to 26. We went from 20 friends the first day to more than 25,000 volunteers. We went from 1,000 meals a day the first day to 150,000 meals a day, one at the peak. We went from 1,000 meals the first day to almost, I would say, even more than 4 million meals.
It's excellent.
And we wouldn't do it without, obviously, money that then FEMA pays us. Why? We were spending at one moment almost $250,000 a day early on. Because it's not just the cost of food, it's food and cars and distribution and systems, and nothing is cheap, and we have to bring trays to deliver food and cameras. Everything is complex. So one day I'm in the hotel, this is like a movie, and somebody comes to me, hey, I heard you have a plan to feed Puerto Rico. And I say, yes, I do. Well, we need to talk to FEMA. I can get you a contract. I'm like, I don't need a contract. I'm already talking to FEMA. And he laughed at me, like, you will need a guy like me to make it happen. Me, I was kind of sarcastic. I'm like, I'm talking to FEMA directly. Yes. I kept talking to FEMA, but at the end I needed that guy. Why I needed that guy? That I had to be paid a percentage to get that contract with FEMA.
You paid him a lot of money.
I didn't pay a lot of money. The tax American dollars pay a lot of money. And at the end of the day, yes, we got the contract, and without that, probably I would be able to do it because Americans were generous, and we began getting donations we didn't even know we were getting. But for me, more than the money was, they have helicopters that nobody's using. And we know how to use them because it's places in Puerto Rico that you needed to drop food with the helicopters. I needed boats to deliver to Vieques and Culebra, and probably the Navy could be helping me and FEMA could make it happen. I needed Humvees to cross bridges, to cross rivers without bridges. That's the kind of thinking we were doing. Again, we were feeding all across the island 935 drops of food daily at the top of the operation. For me, money was not the issue. Money, we'll find it. For me, it was give me what you have here that you don't even know how to use. For food, is many other issues that we need to fix, but the food is a big one. Somebody in FEMA told me, hey, food is not the main issue right now. I didn't even put the name of that person on the book because I didn't want to disgrace the person forever, because you cannot say something like that. Probably the person was not thinking when he said, I've done it, we've all done it. So I didn't want to be too mean, but that was the perspective at the beginning, yeah. So at the end of the day, the contract was everything very clear. We never got any other contract, or we don't even pursue it. Me, I'm more pursuing is, do we have a system of readiness? We can be doing contracts for reconstruction of American cities, and that should be done that way. But in emergencies, you cannot be used dealing with a lawyer in Atlanta that is going to be negotiating with you for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks while Americans are going hungry. Should be already a plan put in place so we can start feeding America quicker, faster, and cheaper. Right now we do MREs. If it's some of you who are from our great military here, you know what an MRE is probably. And me too, I suffer eating them because I wanted to experience. And shit, it's good if you are really hungry and you have nothing else, but used to think that you're gonna be 30 days of memories, it's like, oh man, really?
It's a military.
Really? But memories are a danger for our elderly. Some elderly, they have very big problems if they eat those high protein, calorie rich. And we put our elderly in danger only by eating things like that. So at the end of the day, the main issue is that the day they gave us this contract, that was a term I hated, because I was not there to be contracted. They cannot hire me, they cannot hire us. We're there to help. That day was Speaker Ryan was coming to the island. And I think Speaker Ryan really helped us, because I was able to reach to them and other members of the Republican Party, of the Democratic Party, but Speaker Ryan was, I would say, very helpful. Even I've never spoken to him. That day was one contract for 140, 150 million for 40 million meals, awarded to a catering of 2 people in Atlanta, Georgia. We only found out about this many months later when we start researching. You know how many meals of the 35, 40 million meals that were contracted by FEMA to this? You know how many meals made it from Atlanta to Puerto Rico? They claim 50,000, but still I never got proof that really happened. So I'm going to say any number between 0 and 50,000. Even I'm going to believe more than 0. That day is when they gave us a contract. Because at the end, they could show up with the Speaker Ryan that, hey, look at, we have the hero of the island. We are giving him a contract so he can fucking shut up. And it's more important. Did you watch Hunger Games? You watch Hunger Games? Mm-hmm. Great. And you remember that they are really making a video to make her a hero. Yes? Mm-hmm. And she's there with the arc and, well, FEMA sent me 4 guys from their marketing PR, and they did like a video like they did with her, but with me, and me there, but serving food. And they tell me, Jose, can you come? I'm like, what? The program with a hurricane relief effort. But I was used. I was happily being used, saying we are doing something. My complaint was that we are not doing close to enough. And that's when you saw me bitching on Times, on the Washington Post, on New York Times, because I was trying to defend the rights of fellow American citizens to be taken care of. That's something nobody should be fighting for.